Hey there, welcome back to Transformers War for Cybertron. As you recall in the last episode, I showed you the high-rise character mod. And now, I am back with a bit of a showcase of some unused material for War for Cybertron. Mostly weapons. In fact, I think it's all weapons. But there's some interesting stuff. So I'm gonna go to multiplayer and show you these new pieces. So up first, I have a series of unused melee weapons to show you. We're using Cybertron here to demonstrate the first one, which I believe is the Prong Dagger. So let's show it off. Yeah, that's the first one. I think that's the name, Prong Dagger. This is a cool one. Might be a little bit buggy in the hand, but it's pretty cool. Nice free-pointed blade. Kind of like a sai, I think. It's pretty cool. I'm stopping the time like Hot Rod. And look at Sideswipe's hand. And then it just does that. Yeah, and then it kind of hold it like a... You can make it look like a popsicle if you wanted to. Yeah. I don't know what the purpose of these melee weapons were for, but... Yeah, they're cool. This one's pretty cool, especially. I suppose you could technically swap these out if you want to. I'm not including any downloads for this at the time being. Just a showcase. But yeah, that's the first one. There's a few others, so let's just keep rolling on through this. Alright, the next melee weapon, I believe, is the longsword. Ooh, perfect. Yeah. Check that out. That was perfect, Barricade. Nicely done. Yeah, longsword. I'm not sure if that's what's used for the poke or not. It seems like it's the, like the Decepticon equivalent of the... Oh, I think there's the short sword or broadsword. I can't remember, but... Yeah, that's a pretty cool weapon. Because the original weapon is called the Torture Sword. It's neat. Pretty neat. Bit simplistic, but it's cool. It's snazzy. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Ain't that gorgeous? Look at that. That is beautiful. Very cool. Alright. Next. Up next, we have the Lancing Spear, I believe it is called. Yeah, let me just turn that over. Yeah, Lancing Spear. This is an interesting one. Kind of sticks out of the hand a bit, but it's still interesting all the same. Interesting. Not sure what this would have been used for. I don't know what the point of all these unused melee weapons were for. Maybe they're gonna allow you some melee weapon customization. I don't know. That would have been cool. That's a neat little thing. I'm not sure if it's been used by anybody. I don't think it was. I imagine some of these were, but I think for the majority of these weapons, they weren't used for anything. But it's cool that they're in there. I have tried at least one of them on campaign. Didn't work. They must not be cooked into the campaign, but they should all work in multiplayer. And then just holds it like a... Well, that's kind of trippy. It's like a drinking glass. You drink an Energon. The hangover. Okay, next. He survived? He wasn't supposed to survive? There we go, okay. Up next, we have the Hunting Dagger. Let's cue it up. This one's weird. Okay? This one's really weird. It's like a He's like a prod of some sort, which I guess would make sense. If it's a hunting dagger, it's probably used for tasing something. Maybe Cybertronian jellyfish. Why did I say that? Anyway, interesting weapon. Kind of looks like a, yeah, I already said that, like a prod or a taser of some kind. It's interesting. Yeah, kind of sticks out the hand, but does that look like a? It's more like a German grenade or something. But yeah, that's about. Yeah, it's a weird weapon. All right, let's get the next one. And up next, we have what is my personal favorite, the Serrated Blade. Warpath, show us how it's done. Yeah! Look at that sweet thing. Look at that. That, to me, it just screams something like that an Autobot soldier would use. Just look at that. That is really cool. Kind of reminds me a bit of Grimlock's sword, actually. And what's even cooler, it's got whole new animations. I find that just awesome. That's just really cool to me that it's got its own animations. Yeah. Very cool, right? Very cool. And this thing looks like some sort of detonator. That's kind of cool. You can use a lot of these blades into some sort of random devices, make them hold stuff. Is it in his hand pretty good? Ah, decent enough. But yeah, that's probably my favorite. There's a few more, so let's keep going Warpath.
Kablam!
Alright, the next one is the Ceremonial Staff. Pretty sure it's what the Council of Zetas, as I call them, used in the cutscene. Alright, Zeta, show us the ceremony. Yeah, there we go. Ceremonial Staff. It's, intriguing. Looks like it fits his hand pretty well. It was made for him. It's not the most exciting weapon. I think the Serrated Blade is the coolest, but yeah. Ceremonial Staff. Cool. Let's keep going here. Oh. I was gonna have you walk off camera. Exit stage, whatever. Now for our next weapon, the broadsword. Yeah. I believe that is the Autobot version of the poke. I haven't really gotten a close look at it, but considering it's got that shiny effect, I imagine that's what we're looking at here. So, out of curiosity, what does it look like when you stop it from going back? You can kind of hold it backwards in a really bizarre way. Like, you can go up and stab someone. Or, yeah. That's kind of cool. Interesting. Alright, thank you, Bumblebee. Let's bring on the next one. Up next, we have the Warhammer. Warpath, bring their hammer down for us. Yeah, Warhammer. There we go. Warhammer. A little plain, but it's interesting. Seems like something Ultra Magnus would use. But it's an intriguing weapon. And what's it look like if you don't have it fully retract? Well, that's not interesting at all. Well, unless he's holding like a big fancy box, like a friendship box. It's Warpath's friendship box.
What?
Yeah. All right. Next weapon. Now for our next weapon, we have the Halberd Axe. So Soundwave, show us how it's done. Yeah, Halberd Axe. Yep, that's what it looks like. It looks like that. I think it's a bit longer than the Vicious Axes, which is what they use by default, but yeah, that's that. And when you get it to look like that when you don't let it fully disappear. Yeah. Alright, thank you, Soundwave. Next weapon. And finally, we have the Fighting Staff. Prime, show us what you're made of. Fighting Staff. That might be what Hollow Brutes, the Hollow Zetas use. If I had to guess, that's probably what those are. I'm not sure though. Oh, that's better. That's better, Prime. That's better. That's cool. I like that one actually. That's pretty nice. Very cool, Prime. What's it look like when you use it? Oh, it doesn't fold down. Okay, that's actually pretty neat. You can just stay there. You can walk around with this giant thing. Who goes there? Have a bunch of bots on patrol. It sticks out of his hand a little bit, but you know, what can you do? I like this one. This one's cool. Very nice. Toga! All right, get back here. Prime. There you are. Okay, yeah. This one's cool. Alright. That's it for the melee weapons, but there are actually 2 other weapons. And I'm going to showcase to you real quick if I can get them running. So let us bring them forth. Alright, this last one is probably the most interesting of the bunch. It's actually an unused repair ray turret. So, I have to give a shout out to DaredevilBug50 for getting me the code for this, because I don't totally understand how these codes work. I know that you get them with key bindings and all that, but this one's interesting. So, I will now summon it. Yep, the repair ray turret. Mostly intact except for the glowing tip. Now, if you try to use a melee strike, you get your weapon back. Your melee weapon back, so it's not fully functional, obviously. But I want to see how this thing does in battle. So, once people decide to spawn in here, let's find out. I'm not in a bad spot. Leave me alone. This way may not. I don't know if this does anything. Well, that is the worst weapon ever. Don't use that, kids. It's terrible. It doesn't do anything. Oh, mercy, what have I done? Well, I don't know what's going on. What if... help! Yeah, it goes without saying, don't get that weapon. It stinks. So, yeah. I guess that's gonna do it for this episode. Some unused weapons. Some interesting stuff there. And some kind of bad stuff, but yeah. Now you know. Don't use that weapon, it's terrible. Well, not sure what to expect next, so I will see you in the next episode where we do something else. So, till then, end me. Or I'll just blow myself up. I'll see you in the next one later. I will see you in the next one later. Kill me. Kill me. There. Later.